Hello everyone, I'm Doodlemans86 and today on this channel I review my first ever SH Monster Arts figure, it being Godzilla 2021 from Godzilla vs. Kong. This here Godzilla was made by Bandai Tamashii Nations and distributed by Bluefin for the US release. It released in Japan on May 14, 2021 and on May 25, 2021 for the US. It was $67.99 MSRP, even though I had to pay $90 for mine, but that is irrelevant. I believe reissues were released in March of 2022, which is the one I have here for you today. So, how do I know it's the reissue? Simple. Let's look at the bottom foot of Godzilla over here, his left foot in particular. As many of you are noticing, that we have some branding here, but more importantly, we have some dots here at the bottom of Godzilla's foot. The OG has 4 dots, while the reissue has 3. Aside from that, I really don't know how to tell the difference. But before we get to our Godzilla friend, first let's go over the box. The box here, which is really wide, just pops with all these beautiful colors and splashes that look just like banners for this movie. You see all these beautiful, wonderful colors. You see some blues, some purples, pinks, oranges. They're all done very well. So going over it, you do have a picture of the figure of our beautiful Godzilla with the MonsterVerse logo, SH Monster Arts, and then here you have the title, Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong. Of course, you have that beautiful orange mixed with pink, and you have little Godzilla over there. And then on the other side, this beautiful blue. At the top, you do have a display window where you can see him. And then, of course, there's that. And then on the back here, you do have a few promotional images. This is all in Japanese, so I'm not really sure what this says. But here is the window where you would see the figure. It's a very pretty box and definitely one that you want to display. And although I don't have them, if you do have the Kong and Mechagodzilla, you can put them together to create one whole image. So that's really cool. But you're not here to see a review of a box, you're here to see what's inside that box. And of course, the figure. So let's start already. But before we start, I do advise that you do get a hair dryer and you blow some heat on this figure, because at least mine was just a little bit tight. I know a few body pieces wouldn't move and stuff, so I do recommend that you do that, because now he does move a lot smoother. He does just move so much cleaner than he did when I first got him. But now that we're talking about that, let's just get into articulation. Since SH Monster Arts figure are all about their articulation and that they're action figures, let's just start off with that and see how it compares. Alright? The articulation of this figure is as follows. For the head up here, we have a ball jointed mouth. We have a head on a ball joint that can look this far up and can look this far down, can look to his left this far and to his right that far. For the neck here, we do have a piece that can go very far back and forward. And for the head here, there's a piece here that can be used to cover up any ugly gaps that you find unpleasant, whether he is looking too far up or too far down. There is also a slight little piece here, although I don't advise that you move it because it does not look like it is supposed to move. Then for the torso, this consists of a few joints. We have an upper chest articulation, which is a full 360. You can go this far down, this far up, and over here. You can go left and right pretty easily. And then we have this piece right here, this really big piece that can go back and forward to his left and his right. And it can also go far up and go far down. At his shoulder, we do have a ball joint that can go a full 360 degrees, go out and in. It's on a swivel as well, so if you want to, you can swivel it. And then for the elbow here, we have a swivel and hinge combo that can also go full 360. And there's the hinge, it's slight, but it does move. And then for the forearm, we have the same deal, so it can do that. And then for the wrists, we also have a swivel and hinge. And here at the hips, we have a thigh swivel. A thigh swivel right there. Has a very nice spread. Close in. His legs can kick back this far. It's very nice. Then you have knee articulation. And again, if there's any gaps that you do not like, just move the knee piece down. And for the lower leg, it's on a ball joint piece that can ever so slightly move. The shins or the calves here are also on a ball joint that can slightly move. And then the ankles are on a smooth ball joint that can move. And then I count at least 19 segments in the tail that allow for some smooth posing. It can go this far up and this far down. And the best part is that the tail can hold its pose if it's going up. So that's really cool. Even better, he can crawl on all fours just like in the movie. This is awesome. Overall, this allows for great articulation and great photo shoots. And now it is time to go into the other thing SH MonsterArts figures are very well known for, and that's the sculpt and paint. This here figure was the work of legendary sculptor Yuji Sakai, who worked on many Godzilla related products, and it looks fantastic. So starting here at the head, we do have beautiful sculpt and work here. You can see that the eyes right there, I don't know if you can see them, but they are painted, but they rather look like they're sculpted. They're amazing. There is some sculpting around the eyes, and you have the eyebrows, very big, and even those look strong and muscular. And opening up the jaw here, we do have those teeth and the tongue. We have a lot of inner mouth work in there, as you can see, and you can even see the joint back there. And while we're on the topic of the mouth, this paint has often been referred to as toothpaste Godzilla because of how much blue there is. And it doesn't look too bad. I'll admit it. It doesn't look too bad. They could have used some whites in my opinion, but it doesn't look too bad. I like the metallic look to it. It looks almost glossy as well. So I think he did a great job on that. And the eyes, again, they're beautiful. They're, of course, painted with this almost cyan, maybe even aqua green color, which we'll talk about the spines in a bit. But the work here is very well done and beautiful. And you have so many scale patterns that even on the head, there's a lot of wrinkles. And you do have armor plating here on the neck and stuff. Of course, you have his signature gills, and you have some fine work underneath the chin and the jawline here. You do have quite the work here. And you do see that starting from here, going all the way down to between Godzilla's legs here, or his crotch if you will. It is dry brushed with this glossy but beautiful looking brown, which I think was very well done. It looks very nice. I like that they didn't apply a lot of that color, but it's very fine and very nice. And you do see that there's the armor and the muscles. The muscle definition here is very well done. It's amazing. It captures Godzilla's bulkiness, and I like how tiny his head is next to the rest of his body. That's really accurate. Of course, you have the shoulders here. The details are fantastic. You do see more of those scales. And on the claws here, they're very dangerous and gnarly looking. Because these are different hands. I'm not going to go into the old ones because we've seen those already. But these are some beautiful hands. I like how they're ferocious and ready to attack. Because Godzilla does grab and scratch a lot in this movie. So this was very well done. This is a nice change that I welcome very nicely and dearly. And while we're on the topic of the claws, you do see here that for the nails, they applied this almost grayish brownish dry brush, which does look very beautiful. I really like how they did that. Something that's been noted is that his right shoulder sticks out considerably more than his left, as you guys are seeing. Not sure why this is. It's not only on the original, it's also on this reissue, and I've seen literally everyone with it. To me, it doesn't bother me. It looks really cool, and it only adds to that muscular look. It makes him look muscular, so I actually like it. And going with this armor plating, you see here that it spirals into the spines. You do have a lot of scales here. I like how this was done. You can tell Yuji Sakai actually looked at the 3D CGI model, and he sculpted everything because it's just beautiful. Speaking of, there's a little piece here, as you can see, including 3 spines and a bit of the piece that connects to the tail. You can see here it's a little loose, and it can move. So be careful with that because it does scratch against the other spines here, as you're seeing. So yeah, just be careful when you're moving this guy or when you're holding him. And then going to the legs here, you have a muscular sculpt. I like how he made the armor plating here. It looks very beautiful. I even like how the scales overlap each other. That's very Very beautiful. You have more of that on the back of the leg here, on the shins, and the toes. They're beautiful, and of course you do have that brownish gray color again, very noticeable on the toenails, and they're also very sharp, nicely accurate looking. And these spines are gorgeous because they are accurately shaped. That's something I love. I love when a toy stays accurate. So you can see all the sculpt. It's very sharp. The spines definitely. The whole figure is sharp, but these spines can poke you if you're not careful. So be careful with that. And I just love the sculpt. You see all these little details, and mix that with the dry brush paint and you just get some beautiful spines. And at the top of the spines here, they use this cyan light color, but near the bottom, they use this like aqua greenish color. And then near the sides here, they actually kind of use like a bit of a lighter color. And they use this color in such a perfect way that it looks magnificent. And I like the dry brushing too of the black. That also looks very accurate. And they even did it in between the spines. That's very nice. It's quite noticeable right here that they actually did that work. So that's pretty amazing. I also like how thin the spines are. It's accurate to the movie. A lot of Godzilla figures portray him with very thick spines. But if you look at the movie, they're actually very thin. So yeah, I do appreciate that Yuji Sakai actually stuck to the actual model. And the blue they used here is pretty good. It's actually accurate to the movie, but a darker blue would have been so much more beautiful. But this isn't bad for what it is. And then finally we have our gigantic tail that looks beautiful. I like the detail that went into this. It's very pretty. And the spines again look very nice. And the paint is slowly closing off over here at the tip of the tail. But you do see that they even use some of that magnetic whitish metallic color here. So that looks very beautiful. I like that finish. It's very nice. So another A plus on the sculpt and the paint. Let's see how big this figure is. Godzilla is 6.3 inches tall and scales great with other figures in your collection. He stands very well with the Playmates figures, especially Kong 2021. And for his accessories, we get two included hands, that being the regular normal hands. Nothing new about these other than the different paint job. And to get these on, you just want to safely take out the other hands and swiftly apply these ones to the little ball joint. He unfortunately does not come with an atomic breath, and that's kind of a stinker because he's literally got the atomic breath glow effect. Literally. So why he didn't come with one is very unfortunate, but, well, we can't change that. Or can we? Because in case you're wondering, it is compatible with the NECA atomic breath. Would you look at that? It's compatible with this atomic breath, and I'm sure many of you have that figure. And in fact, unlike the NECA, he can actually look up with it, although I don't recommend it because probably his tongue joint will loosen, but yeah, it's still cool. Even the heat ray from the Playmates figure fits in this guy. My lord. Overall, this is a great figure. For my first SH MonsterArts, I really like it. I wish it came with some more accessories, but that's alright. Overall, a really great figure. The sculpt and paint are accurate in proportion to the movie. The paint job is just spectacular. The size is pretty good. The articulation, there's a lot of it, and it's durable. And he's a pretty good size to fit with any figure in your collection. I highly recommend it, and as my first SH MonsterArts, I love it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.